Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a Darklord build, one-shot build. First, you want to have the skills. The Meteor Fall, it increases your skill damage, your final skill damage. Then 100 slashes for the extra attack speed. Then Star Array for some skill crit rate and some skill crit damage. Then the bat for a really nice damage. You get every second for 5 seconds the bat deals 800 AoE damage, and the higher your level of the skill is, the higher the damage goes. So that's a lot of damage. It's really good. And then you want to have the Blitz Assault to tank the damage you take in the first 3 seconds. Maybe later on, if you have the Cactus, the Easy Breezy leveled high enough, maybe 160, you could try to switch it for the Betty Trace here. Then for the Pulse, use the Bird for the attack speed so you can one-shot other people's. Then use the Alpine Fox, you get 30% stun duration, and it reduces the damage stress of stunned enemies, so you do more damage. Then the Treasure Dragger to get some extra skill crit rate. Then the Night Spirit Fox to get skill crit and skill crit damage. And Cat Prince to get, for every skill you activate, you get 300% extra damage at detonation. Uh, then for the Awakening, you want to focus on attack seal to level it as high as possible. Then you want to have maybe the skill crit damage on level 20. Skill damage, you want to have it maybe on 40. And HP, you want to have it on 20 to 30 to have some HP. Then crit res, I would level it maybe also on 20. And death, you can leave it on the side, you don't need it. Then for the relics, use the skill crit rate mask, the Thundercolor Kite, the Flame Book for some extra damage, then the Spirit Necklace because you do more damage when your Blitz Assault is activated, then the Crystal Statue, it boosts the effect of the Meteor Fall, and then the Metamorphic Crystal because you use the Fox. Maybe also the Spirit Fox counts to it, so it boosts 2 paws. And in the middle, the Potent Spore. I haven't tried it out, but maybe the Nirvana Spore could be also good because you have the damage, skill damage, which scales with 10% HP lost. So I will try it out in the future and inform you about that. Then for the souls, the basic attack, the global attack soul is really important. Level that up maybe to level 18 in the future. I have leveled here the global combo soul because I switched from archer, but you don't need to level that. Then you want to level also the crit damage soul because, or you just want to level it when you have the pink one of that, because here you get skill crit damage. Then you want to have it maybe on 40, same with the basic attack, the purple, the pink one, because here you get the skill damage. You also want it to have it on 40 to 50, and then just level the HP to level 20 in beginning, and then maybe also to level 30, 40 in the future to have some HP. crit res, you also can level it to 20 to 30 to have some skill crit, to have some crit res to survive longer. The death soul is pretty useless, so don't level it. Same with the counter soul and the global combo soul here, don't level them. They are not worth it. And on the stats here, on those you want to have the damage stresses of, depends on what you need. I'm not sure if something like skill damage is possible. We can look here. No, maybe then global basic attack damage or something like launch. Yeah. Then for the back accessory, the most important one is the attack here. Then you want to have the HP one as second, and the def is not that important. So maybe have it on 50 somewhere, and then those on 80 and this one on 100 in the future. Then you want to level all 4 trees 10, 10, 10, and then in the future 20, 20, 20. But just remember the def, you also could have it on 10 because it's not that important. Then for the other things you need to level, the skill damage and the skill crit damage are the other important ones. You want to focus on this one, the temporal compression. Same here with the endless outburst, and then you want to get the energy regen for the skills and the crit res here. And then you want to have for your one-shot build, this one is really important, the attack speed maxed out, because you want to one-shot the people before they activate their blitz assault. So you need to have this maxed out and use the bird, so you can be faster than the berserkers and warriors and stuff like that. Then you want to get this one, the ascension. It increases some buffs after time. Maybe this one is nice because you could use it together with the endless outburst. And on this last one, just go for the different damage stresses here. Maybe same with that one when you got this one here. Then for the morphs, the iridescent aura is, I think, the best one you can get at the moment, because you have the 10% skill crit rate. With that you can hit 100%. Something like Lord of Light is okay, or for the free-to-play player, the Moonlight Wisp, and maybe Shell Shade or Alien Dimension are also not bad. And for the artifacts, the Staff of Hermes or Divine Champion are nice. I think Divine Champion is the best you can have at the moment. Another nice one which you could use, the Candle is not bad. And if you are free to play, just use the Chaotic Warlord's Hammer. And for the mounts, the only one you want to use is the Cloud Drifter. Get some skill crit rate, and after a skill crit, it boosts attack by 20% for 5 seconds, so you can put out a lot more damage than if you don't use it. You maybe use Cheetah if you want to survive against other Cheetah players if you don't survive, but I would mainly use the Cloud Drifter. Then for the Avian, use the Pumpkin Witch here, and you want to have 3 times the purple affixes on them for skill crit damage, intergals, self-centered, and multi-talent, I think it is. multi-talent. And then the other one you want to have is the talent skill. And on the star array, you want to use the Void Guide as the main one. You get an, something that deals AoE skill damage and then stuns the target for 0.5 seconds. Then use the Stoneborn Warrior. You get a shield that grants extra shield that absorbs damage, and then you can use, if you have it, the Lord of Champions. It shortens the cooldowns of your skills. That's really nice. You also could use the Lord of Champions as the main one. It's also really nice. And if you don't have the Lord of Light, then maybe just use something like Chronos Bright, or maybe the Jolly Greenhorn. It increases your attack speed. I think that would be better than the Chronos Bright, because the 0.5 second stuns, I don't think it stacks together with the Void Guide, so it would be better. Yeah, for the statue, you should use 5 times the global attack, the highest one you can acquire as possible. And for the enchants, go 6 times for the global skill damage runes. I just don't have a good skill damage rune, so I use just one that doesn't fit in here, but try to get in the future 6 of the skill damage ones here. Then really important is that you have the skill damage on here. Same with the common damage stress here, because your main enemy, which you maybe can't beat, are the archers, because they have a lot more attack speed. Then for the here, either use crit res bonus or skill damage res if you play against other mages. Here def, attack and HP stay the same. Important is that you get the skill crit damage on here, on all of them, and the stun also is really important to get it here, because you want to have stun and skill crit on your gear on all of them, and try to get them as high as possible in the rarity. And what I forgot, which is really important, the first effect to unlock, I would go for the 15% stun. That's the first you want to unlock. And then after that, I would go for the temporal compression, so you can get all the benefits of the mage. Then maybe take the endless outburst, and then either rampage or ascension here. Depends on what you want to have more, because I think maybe the rampage is better, because on the ascension it doesn't benefit you. It would, because after 15 seconds, and I don't think you live that long. Or if you want to take something different than the rampage here, then go for the launch here. It's decent and better than nothing, and then you could focus after that to get the wound here, so that the enemy can't reach that much HP. And yeah, and I think that was everything. I'm just going to show you here my stats. I have stun on 30%. In the end game you want to have at least 80%. Here my crit damage, oh sorry, that's not the one I want to show. Here's the skill crit, 91%. I can work on my gear to get it to 100%. Then skill crit damage here and skill damage. And that's my stats here. I focus mainly on the attack to get it as high as possible, so that I put out as much damage as possible. And now I'm gonna show you my build. In a fight, I'm gonna fight against 10. It's 66k in power, or 66 million in power. It's a lot more than me, but that's how I can show you how powerful a one-shot is. These are his stats. I don't know exactly if I'm able to beat him, but I should do a lot of damage to him. And I even won here. And maybe like an archer of this, you can't beat. I think I'm gonna show it to you here too, because how you see, they have higher attack speed, so they can use the shield faster, and I can't do that much damage to them. But against the warrior classes, it works really nice. Same with the Beastmaster, because they also don't have that much attack speed. I don't know if I find one here, because they are really rare. One we have, but I already attacked him. But also some of the archers which doesn't have that great of a build, like someone of the same power as me. If I attack him, I think I should be able to one-shot him in the early game. But in the late game, it isn't possible anymore. And yeah, I hope this helps you. If you want to support me, leave a like and subscribe. And if you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Till next time, bye.